Good morning, everyone. Aradhana Tiwari from Be the Change by Aradhana, an Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator, Mindset Coach, also a Talk to Entities and Body Whisperer Facilitator. What else is possible? And much more, and what else is possible? Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Hi, Chitra, Bhavisha. Good morning. Shagun, good morning. How's everybody doing? Awesome. Sorry, I don't have the home play with me right now. Maybe Umesh comes in. All right. Monica, Faguni, welcome. Revati, good morning. Suraj, good morning. Happy morning to everybody joining in. Before Umesh joins, I think today was if you stir your mind, do you see if you do not stir your mind? Was that the play, right? So do you see, when I say that, how do you see the world? What makes you see the world? Was it quite a revolution in my world that only, and that's been a kind of a story that I've been going in my world for a bit. That, how do I see? What makes me see anything in life? It's only my mind, and that is how we ask what is the use of a mind. Mind us makes us see the story, makes us see the world. If we do not have a mind, we do not see anything. So if you do not stir your mind for a moment, can you see anything? Can you be anything? It's just being. And then there is no mind, then there is no doing, then there is no right, there is no wrong. Right now in your moment, it's like a fraction of a second. If you all right now choose to not use your mind, there will be nobody to talk. There'll be no talk in your head. There'll be nobody to see, nobody to talk, nobody to discuss, because it's only your mind that does that job. So are you all willing to recognize your mind, that what your mind does? If anybody is not able to do it, let me know. But right now, go into your words and just acknowledge your mind. And just for a second, choose not to use your mind. Half a fraction of a second also you can use. Not use your mind. And now, even when you breathe in and breathe out, you can try this way also. If you breathe in, and the moment you start breathing out, there is a slight gap, right? There is a slight tinge. How we also say morning to evening, the dawn time, or the morning time, or the evening sunset time. There is a very fraction of a second, which we get, which is that in communion. So if we actually breathe in and breathe out while we're breathing in, and then the pause and the breathing out, is that pause, do you have any thought at that given point of time? You can check this way, or you can actually ask your mind to shut down in a moment for a second and see, do you have a thought? Can you see anything? Hi Sunil, good morning. Thank you for saying so. Hi Malini, Neva, Shalu, Mansi, Bhavisha, Umesh. Umesh, can you post the play today, please? Once for Ravi, happy morning. Thank you for sharing always. Hi Sabir, good morning. So guys, hi Mona darling, good morning. So yes, coming to the play today. So right now, if you do not stir your mind, just for a fraction of a second, don't stir your mind. How does it show? If you don't stir your mind, do you see anything? Do you see anything if you don't? Just for a second. Like, it relaxes my head pretty much. It's only when I'm doing this and playing with this exercise, I'm like, wow, it's so much of ease. That's when I'm like, shit, man, how much do I think? And I say, no, I don't think. But there's a continuous thinking going on back of the mind, because mind is always kind of wanting more information to store. It's like a library where everything is stored, and whenever something happens in your life, it kind of picks up from there and kind of matches it with it. So I feel relaxing. Yeah, myself, Malini says, Parul, hi, good morning. Anybody else who did not get it? Just fraction of a second. Can you give just that fraction of a second to yourself right now? I see myself sleeping. I get that. It's so relaxing. Oh my God. It's like so orgasmic. I want to say it here, but it's so orgasmic. Honestly. It's like I'm in a different zone altogether. And I'm like, and what does not allow me to practice this the whole day? So this whole day is this play with my world, where I'm actually going to give this number of fraction of seconds in my world and experience this peace. And another thing I really wanted to share, which I have been, kind of searching out, and there was a Be the Change video, the YouTube link also, which was shared on my BTC group today, which I also heard myself after ages, and I'm like, wow, I'm good, man. And it was funny, and it was like, it was relaxing. It wasn't, I wasn't listening as it's me listening to me. It was just listening something, and it was like, wow, it makes a lot of sense. And sometimes you also say it and you move forward and things keep going in, but you actually, if you be there, I always had this in my world that there is a space where there is no answer to anybody. No, not even the enlightened beings have an answer of, where did the whole life started from? What was the point? Where is that empty space where the molecules start coming up, creating something, the first thing on the planet? If anybody has an awareness to it, I would be really, really grateful if you could share with me that what do you know, where was the first, people say Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, or the life got itself formed, or the formation, but nobody has an answer. But this morning when I was listening to some of the talks on the YouTube, and somebody finally resonated with me, I'm like, yeah, nobody has it, and it's just called grace. There is a grace that flows, and nobody on the planet, how much of we pick up the books, whatever we read, whosoever we make our guru, it's their interesting point of view. I always said that in my life from my childhood. I love reading. I love reading when I get the information what kind of resonates with my world. But it's like I'm not very, very much highly into reading, because everybody is somebody's point of view. And, everything has been, even the sciences for me is like somebody has started, figuring it out how the world exists. Yet nobody is able to finally get it. There is a fun cell. If anybody here, I just wanted to share and ask this question today. If anybody here knows where did the first cell kind of erupt, and how did that one cell erupt, I would love to know it. That's my curiosity. And though I'm pretty much calm today, and I've been using this tool since morning, it's okay. It's just a grace. Let me not look for that answer. Let me not get stuck with that and keep moving, though I'm moving yet. Somewhere deep down, I'm like, where did that first cell come from? Is that the question only in my world, or you guys also have that question? If anybody has an awareness to it, I would really, really be grateful if you can share that information to me. Shining today, what magic is this? Magic of being me, Ankita, all the time. I'm going to Ahmedabad tomorrow. Maybe that is making me shine, because Umesh has been inviting me and Jigar has been inviting me, but they have never been creating it. Now, finally, I'm going to be in Ahmedabad tomorrow, guys. We're having a meet greet. We're doing a bar swap in Ahmedabad, and also Talk to Entities intro starts tomorrow, and there's a 2-day Talk to Entities class in Ahmedabad. If anybody wants to join me in Ahmedabad or online, can join and get in touch with Jigar, who's the local host, and Umesh, who's the team host there. And what else is possible? That is what is exciting. And also there's a body whispering class in Delhi on 10th and 11th. Anybody interested to learn that, please be my guest. Come join and let's have fun. So Bhavisha says that's her question too. I'm sure the Lord. Radhika, hello. Hi Vivek. Lot of gratitude which you announced yesterday. Thank you. Where did it all start? Yes, where did it all start is my question. Still, there is no Shivangi. There isn't. I haven't yet been able to find it out where it actually started. I know there is a space. I experienced that space a lot of time, where there is a nothingness. There's just a space, and there is something beyond space which is called grace. Probably which we do. We can put as a word grace, but there is an empty space where the molecule starts, coming alive. And how is my question yet? Still to be finding yet. And what else is possible? And that's why I thought, let me put it on this platform, though I got this in the morning, that there is nobody yet who is able to kind of figure that out. Everybody's moving and just enjoying it, and I've just made a choice that I don't want to get stuck there and not find, and I'm still always behind, looking there and running again back. But where did we start? Why did we start? How did we start? It's funny, but then I'm like, okay, let me keep moving forward. Yet I'm sure somebody will get that one day. And my other question is in my mind is, where does the soul goes after death? If anyone can guide, please. Where does the soul go? Again, that question is a great question, but that question is by mind, right? The soul, the being is just space. It just becomes space. Yet that is what I'm saying. The initial point of where it started. Of course, it goes to different levels and different layers. That how we create, and it just becomes space. That is what I know. It becomes space. I've experienced that space where everything just is, and it's like it's a room, right? I've just formed out a shape of Aradhana here, but the whole space I'm between the whole space. So when how when we dissipate something, how our ice becomes to water, takes its shape back to the water, it's like it just dissipates and disintegrates, and it just becomes space. And there is no energy. It's only the person who is into the body who has the energy, who's visualizing, and that is our mind does that all. And it's only this mind who asks this question. Mind is what creates life. Mind is a big creator of life and living. So and I'm very grateful to my mind, yet I would not choose to let my mind overtake. So to have that peace, what if I can ask my mind to sit and only wake up when I desire it to wake up? So everybody has been telling me all since my childhood, keep shut, keep shut, keep shut, keep your mouth shut, and I wonder what that is. And I think, as much as everybody tells me to keep shut, that much I do bug, chuck, chuck. Isn't that funny? What we resist, we persist. Yet I'm in question of that, Bhavisha, what is it? So for the soul, I definitely get that whole awareness that it just dissipates. There is nothing that is beyond. Only people who are alive keep those souls in place and playing with the souls, but there is no soul. There isn't anything. It's just a space. Our mind creates all those entities. Our mind talks to them. Our mind plays with them. And sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't even talk to it. I didn't even know it. But subconsciously, our mind is already conversing and creating that. Our mind is very sharp. So that is there. That's pretty easy for me. For me, the question is, where did the first molecule started? Where the first cell started, and why? Who started that? Pooja, Sandhya, Slesha, Anisha, Mehak, happy morning. Wasim, happy morning. So fresh every moment. Yes, Geetu, thank you. That's why you're unlimited now for us. Thanks you. Them. Thank you. Ankita, thanks. Hi Rupali, Bharti, everybody joining in, welcome. Manisha, good morning, happy morning. Good, so be in question and also play with this, please, for sure. It is pretty exciting. I know it's a very different level of a talk we're having today. Yet, I'm sure if I'm having this talk, you guys are looking for it and you're seeking for it. Whatever you seeks you already. So it's like, please see how, if you do not touch your mind for a second, for a minute, for a fraction of a second, if you can give that to yourself, you can really sense that peace. And maybe you get my awareness and you get my answer, and maybe you get me to know that what that is, that first cell erupted, where, how. Thank you so much, out of curiosity, but there is a life beyond life. Is that true? Yes, there is life beyond life. It's a truth. It's like how we make a movie, Bhavisha. It's like how a director makes a movie, right? And we go and watch it in 3 hours. So is our life a movie, and we have created, and the creator is only you. It is the life beyond life is also your creation. So everything is your creation. So what do you desire beyond mind? That is where we are heading with this question and this play. What is beyond mind? If you do not ask any question, because your mind is the only one who asks the question. What is this? How is this? Where did the first cell started? Only mind is making us see the life. So if the mind is relaxed, you can actually touch life beyond this life, where there is just space. What's beyond that is my question now. That's where I am playing. So let's see what shows up. Thank you, Bharti, for acknowledging. Hi, Jitendra. Good morning. So I think that's coming up because of the no form, no structure play started this month. So hope you guys are not getting stuck into your forms and structure. If you are, so you have to have this clearing. What energy and space and consciousness can I and my body be to be out of form, out of structure for all eternity? And everything that doesn't allow, let that go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All the forms and structures that is keeping us into this mind game, can we let that go? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All the forms, all the structures that we have implemented on our reality, can we destroy and get all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, all nature, boys and beyonds. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wow. So let's just melt together. Geetu's already melting. So let's just choose to melt all the forms and structures that we have built around us. Only when we build the forms and structure for ourselves can we see the forms and structure, and that's the expectation that we want everybody to follow those forms and structure. So we put all the forms and structures in place. Only we are the creator. Only we, in each of your own world, you are the only single person. And then we get scared. We get scared of being alone. We are already alone. And you know what you're fearing to be. You're already being it. So please acknowledge that. And everything that you see in life is only your creation. Say it's a form structure, whether it's beating, whether it's diseases, whether it's people. It's a very beautiful knit story if you sometimes kind of attend. I guess I require to make a workshop around it. I see life very differently. And it's a beautiful story that I have, how we weave all these stories and how we created our body and how we forgot everything and how now we are playing in the world and thinking and finding ourselves. So it's a puzzle that we are looking and who reaches fast. And when you reach there, then next, what's beyond that? And that's again our creation. So everything that is bringing up in your world, would you like to let that go? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Everything is you. So you can create it, you can change it. So any point wherever you're stuck into your life, guys, just play this. All the forms and structures that is holding this thing in my place this thing in my life right now, I let that go. If you allow the form and structure to melt, don't be scared, guys. Don't be scared. Trust me. Trust your knowing, actually, if that sounds light to you. That there is... remember, you haven't died until today out of your fear. You would die because you would not listen to your body. You probably might die because you chose your death certain way and you wanted to experience the death in a certain manner. You will never die because of fear. Nobody ever dies of fear. If you remember the times you were fearful, did you die? You are here today listening to me this. So fear is a pure lie. So all the forms and structures of fear that you're holding in space and place of your world, would you like to let that go today? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Would love to join that workshop of that puzzle game of life and beyond. Sure. Yeah, I just got that. I think I would be creating that soon. That's my ultimate creation. I'm like, what else is beyond that? And I'm sure there are a lot of... This whole topic came up today. I go a lot into all this. That this came up today. I wonder why it was. It was just showing to be shared here. And so I did. And so here I find one more partner for me. Bhavisha is willing to play with me for that. So what else is possible? Created world of control now melting. Yes, awesome, Geetu. Thank you so much for that. Pashi, hello. Creating separations, it was never required. Yes. So it was not required, but to play the game, the mind helps us and mind creates the separations. It's only we who create the separations. And now I think consciousness is waking up, and we felt into the world where we thought that we'll forget everything and we'll create the traumas, we'll create the agonies and the pain. And then one day we'll go beyond this agony and pain and the consciousness rising again. So it's a very, very simple thing now. Consciousness is waking, so we are all kind of unweaving the polarity into the oneness. So what else is possible? Awesome. So all the point of views that are keeping you stuck into this form and structure of this reality, would you like to now choose to let go? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Shelly, welcome. Fear cannot kill us, but it is a slow poison. When you know it, why would you have it? So that was so cute, Bharti, when you said fear cannot kill us, but it is a slow poison. Who is telling you that? Only your mind, right? You bought that point of view, and you will... I have never bought it. So whosoever buys it It creates a reality in their world. So you go in the shopping, you go to the shopping mall, you buy something, that element comes to your home. Say you buy a vegetable, you go buy the vegetable. So she bought the point of view that it's a slow poison. So everything that is Bharati, would you like to today let that go before you create that slow poison into your life? Hello, hi. कट भी मैं रहा हूँ, कट भी मैं रहा हूँ. This game as an winner. कट भी मैं रहा हूँ, कट भी मैं रहा हूँ. I didn't get it. कट भी मैं रहा हूँ, कर भी मैं रहा हूँ, कट भी मैं रहा हूँ. Yeah. Thanks, Revti. Thank you. I think you all guys make me glow. What else is possible? So all the form structures that we're holding into our worlds, let us let that go at the count of, let's just frag this insanity of the formal structures together. Even if you do not know, just contribute and flow the energy, whatever it requires, to frag the formal structures of this reality. And let's unweave the tapestry today and into all of the polarity into oneness at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And another thing, guys, there's so much happening in the world. I just wanted to request you guys, up to you. You want to take that choice or not. It's like, all the fights going in the world. This is now, the consciousness is waking, the world is playing its own game. These things will keep showing up. But our discussion, our continuous negative, discussion towards it, this should happen, this shouldn't happen, this is right, that is wrong, is actually creating it more, and it's giving, oil or the ghee to the fire. So right now, just what if you can actually, whenever that thought of these Ukraine wars or any things happening in New Zealand or around the world, could I request you all to actually flow love, flow gratitude, and just whatever is required from each one of you. How do you have to flow? You just have to intend to flow it. All the ease, all the joy, all the peace that is and ease is required, ease, joy, and glory is required in that world. And whatever because that information, like this information today coming to you, is because you're required to hear it. Somewhere you know something about it. That's when I came and shared it. So if that news is coming to your world, what can you change there? What contribution can you all be there? So what if you can actually flow that love, that ease, that joy, rather than thinking, this country should take over, this will happen, that will happen. If that, this pure discussions on the televisions, pure discussions around the people in the world, is not great. Everybody's trying to show intelligent that, oh, I made this thought, I thought this better, you thought that better, I know the politics, I know the play of the game, now Putin will do this, or XYZ will do this, or Modi will do this. Please do not get involved into it. Do not. That is adding the fire to the whole thing. So what if you can actually, the moment you listen, please dissipate that energy and flow the joy, flow the ease to it. Wonder what that can change. Yes, you can change it. Yes, your single person's contribution can change the life there. Trust you, believe in you, and be the change. Is now the time for you guys to be the change that you truly be. If you could not ever do something that you really wanted to do and you wanted to contribute to the planet, what if this is the way to contribute to the planet? It's just like flowing. Just have to ask. I choose to flow joy. I choose to flow whatever energy, that space, and those kids or those spaces and places and people suffering there require. I'll be super grateful to you. And what if you can actually invite other people around you in the world, whosoever you meet and whosoever is talking, what if you can ask them to just flow? It's not spiritual, it's not religious, it's just being you, being that joy, being that ease, and total allowance of everything that's going on the planet, yet flowing your energies to change it. Hope that contributes, and what else is possible. And yes, guys, off to Ahmedabad tomorrow. So looking forward to see you people in Ahmedabad in person. And yes, whosoever wants to join us, most welcome to join us. What more fun can we have? And 10th, 11th Body Whispering coming in Delhi. So anybody wants to join in, please get in touch. Ciao. Thank you, and have a beautiful day.